Hi Food Freedomers, how are you? It's Facebook Friday, one of my favorite times of the week, and I really look forward to this every week. I haven't been posting topics because I've been just kind of going with whatever's inspired and whatever kind of comes to me in the moment or during the day. And so today I'm actually going to talk about excuses. What our excuses are that stand in the way of us moving forward and making change. And we all have a ton of excuses, right? The basic ones that we use the most often are time. We don't have enough time, or we don't have enough energy, or we're too old, or we're too tired. So we all have excuses for the reasons why we don't do certain things. And oftentimes the excuses are just things that we use because we're afraid. We're afraid to move forward. We're afraid of the unknown. We're afraid of failing. And so we come up with our best excuse as to why we can't do something or as to why we can't make significant change in our life. I just had a wonderful strategy session with someone, and she just shared so vulnerably and beautifully with me, and she expressed to me that she was really scared of the unknown. And I said, that's so common. Everyone is. It's because we are humans and we like to know what's going to happen next. And part of that also is wanting to control everything. You know, we feel like we need to have everything under control. And as you guys know, I've talked ad nauseum about control and how what we try to control ends up controlling us. That's another video that I have that you can find on this Facebook page. But today it's all about the excuses and the excuses that we use that keep us stuck, keep us reeling in the same cycle, keep us, not moving forward, not growing as a human being. And so my excuses in the past were, I can do it all myself. I don't need anybody. I'm independent. I can figure it out. Or I already know all of this. I already know what to do, but it didn't matter. First of all, we can't know everything. We can't know what to do all the time, and we can't know every different avenue and route that's out there. And so what those excuses did was keep me stuck. It kept me stuck in my same cycle. Another excuse I always had was, I don't have the money. I'm broke. I don't have any money to do that. There's no way I can do that. I don't have the money. And so that was another one of my excuses. And because I'll go more into that, but I just used it because I was always afraid. I was afraid, like, what if I invest this money and I fail, or nothing changes, or I don't see any results, or it's another thing I spent money on and I don't follow through. There's so many of us that don't follow through on things. Excuse me, I'm just gonna move. There was a text message that came in and it was across my screen, and I want to be able to see a clear screen. Anyway, so money was a big excuse for me as well. And I know that I've shared with some of you guys that I've been in this business coaching program, and it's been an incredible program, and it's been a huge investment, and I really want to move to the next level. And it's another huge investment. It's a year-long program. And I've been trying to find every excuse in the book. But here's the thing. It's like, I know I have no choice, and that I need to move forward, and I need to face my fears, and I need to keep growing. Because if I stop right now, I feel like I'll just stay where I am, and I haven't gotten to the place I really want to be in fullness in my business. And so I can serve all of you in a bigger way. I really want to serve everyone in a bigger way, and I want to be out there in a bigger way so I can support people in healing their relationship with food and their bodies. And so it's been a huge stretch for me to invest this money. And it brings up quite a bit of anxiety, and it brings up some worry and things like that. But the thing is like, I have a coach to work through it with, and I have support and the community, and I have to say that it's been a priceless experience. There's like no price tag that I can put on it. And, when I talk to people and do strategy sessions and, talk to them about my coaching and ask them what's the biggest thing that stands in the way, sometimes people don't know, and other times they say, it's my mind, it's my brain. I can't break through this. And I feel like I know what to do, but something stops me. And, and then they go into the whole list of excuses of no time or no energy or tired or I have kids or I'm so busy or whatever it is, right? And underneath of that is always fear. It's always fear. It's either we're not ready or we're questioning if it's going to work, or we're just afraid of the unknown, or we don't know what to expect. I started so many programs that I never finished. And because everything was always free, or it was always, $50 or $47 or $27. And like, all that stuff's great. But to get the real transformation, when I invested big in myself, that was when that happened. And so like, have you been the person that listens to all the free stuff and buys the $27 program and buys the $47 program and think that's going to be the next thing for you? It might help you short term, and it's always great to learn new things. And I have a little mini course that I love that helps people. But you get the deeper transformation when you really dive in and invest in yourself. And that's what happened for me when I was going through all of my struggles with food, because my biggest excuse was I can do it on my own and I can't afford it. So like, there's no way that I could ever pay for a coach to help me with this. And what did I do? I enrolled myself in a master's program in spiritual psychology. And it was a $25,000 program. And I didn't have the money. But I invested in myself in such a big way, again, like I'm doing with my business now. And the money showed up. The money came. I trusted. I was really trusting in that I could create the money, because money always comes and goes. It's an ebb and flow. And there's always more money to be made. We often get very small thinking when it comes to our excuses. Like we don't have enough time, we don't have enough money, we don't have enough resources. And so it's basically what that is it's saying we don't trust ourselves, we don't trust the universe to provide for us, and we don't really, believe that we can have what we want, or maybe we believe we don't deserve to have what we want. And that was something that someone shared with me recently. She's like, I really want to do this, but I don't believe, like, first of all, I don't even know what life would be like if I didn't have this struggle. I'm actually afraid to be happy. I'm afraid that my relationships will change, that maybe my relationship with my spouse will change, that things will be so different. I won't know how to operate in life. And that's another big fear too. Like sometimes we hold on to our excuses as a safety net. And they keep us stuck. They keep us comfortable, right? And so being comfortable doesn't allow us to grow. It just keeps us right where we are. And we're human beings, and we're here to grow, and we're here to thrive, and we're here to step into our fullness in this world. And we're all meant to thrive. And so like, if you've been letting your excuses get in the way of you thriving and holding you back in life and experiencing the life that you really want to live, it's time to start questioning that. It's time to start looking into that and leaning into why you're doing that. What are you really afraid of? Are you afraid to grow? Are you afraid to be happy? Are you afraid to lose weight because it might come back? Are you afraid for your life to change because you might lose someone or something, or you might, I don't know, but whatever it is, start to look at what your excuses have been and how they're not serving you and where they're holding you back, and how many times you've, tried to do it on your own, or you bought the free thing and you thought that was the next thing, or you're loading yourself up with so much information you're overwhelmed and you don't know what the next step is to take. That's almost an excuse too, right? It's like, well, I'm just going to listen to this summit with these 30 speakers, which I've been a part of, right? I'm a part of a lot of summits. I think they're incredible. But what I keep finding when I'm doing these strategy sessions is that people are so freaking confused. They're so confused, and there's so much information out there. And so what I desire for people is to really, for them to find the space within themselves where they can trust that they have the answer. And that's so much of what my guidance and my coaching is about. And so where have you really been using excuses and standing in the way and, and sabotaging when you set goals for yourself? And it's, just leaning into the why of that, writing that all down and really looking at it and reflecting on it, because life goes by in the blink of an eye. And if you want to be happy and live your life in a thriving way, you have to eliminate the excuses, and you have to say yes. Say yes to what shows up, because it's shown up for a reason, right? I'm in your life for a reason. I've shown up for a reason, just like my coach showed up, just like that program, that USM spiritual psychology program showed up for me, just like this business coaching program showed up. And I knew I had to say yes, regardless of how freaking uncomfortable it makes me, regardless of how much fear I had around it. Like, my goal in life is to face my fears, and I need to turn toward them and not away from them. And so where can you start to turn toward your fears and start to take steps instead of listening to your excuses, which stop you? By the way, speaking of free programs, I don't have a free program, but I do have a free coaching series, which is going to be incredible. And it starts on May 15th. And it's called Empowered Eating Balanced Body. And every week I'm going to get on the phone and talk about a different topic. I'm going to coach people and answer questions. And you can sign up for it right on this page, but it's going to be an incredible series. And I'm super excited to offer it to all you guys, because I want you to have as much information as you can that helps you heal. And that's really the information that I provide when we're struggling with food issues, emotional issues around food, overeating, mindless eating, and when you want to stop dieting, right? Dieting freaking sucks. Restricting ourselves sucks. And like, let's let go of that and do it differently, right? Let's know that there's a different way, and I have a different way for you, and it's worked for me. And that's why I have it, because I've gone through it and I've had my own struggles. So Empowered Eating Balanced Body is going to be an incredible 4-part series. I encourage you to join it. It's totally free. I love offering free stuff. But the other thing is that you get a lot of value from it, and I know that. And also, it's important to look at where you let yourself get stopped. Like, if you're always going for the free stuff and you're never willing to invest fully into yourself, like whether it's emotionally, mentally, financially, physically, spiritually, whatever it is, it's important to look at that. And how, like, I tell people that I have people tell me they can't afford things, and then I see them on Instagram going on vacations and buying this and buying that, and I think, well, okay, so you're okay staying where you are and suffering and spending money on things that don't matter as much? Because vacation, to me, it's like, yeah, it's important, but living a full life every single day that you don't have to escape from and take a vacation from is even more important. So, like, invest there. Invest in your overall health and well-being. A vacation only lasts 7 days, and then it's gone. And you have the memories, but you can't take it with you. You can't take, that feeling that you have when you're on vacation. You still have to come back to your life. But what if you could have that feeling every day and learn that and live that and not have to go on vacation? And you can invest in yourself in a big way that supports you and where you're really transforming in a radical way. So sign up for my series. It starts on May 15th, 4 weeks, every Monday, 5:30 Pacific, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Gosh, see how that works? And the link is on the page, but I will repost it, and I'll post it underneath this video when I'm done. And I hope to see you guys there. And I'll be here next Friday, but next Friday I'm going to be on at 2 instead of 1, so 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. I had a little scheduling snafu, so I'll be here an hour later next week, and I look forward to talking to you. If any of you want to hear me talk about specific topics, you can always post it in the comments, and I'm happy to talk about whatever most serves you. Okay, you guys have a great, great weekend. Happy Friday. Peace. I'll see you next week. Bye.